doing a story time about my education process with art and the university I went to, what I learned, is it worth it? I went to secondary school in Enfield. I took art for my GCSEs. I've always loved creative work. They were offering, if you took geography or history, you get an extra qualification. I don't think it even exists anymore. It's like the English baccalaureate. And my mum was like, yeah, do it. And I was like, no, sorry. I was going to take art, you know. That's just what it was. I really loved art. GCSE, I was with my friends, we were just painting and all of that. My experience with art was really good back in secondary school. I never worked with oils at that point until I went to university. I did A-levels for 1 year and then I left because I was too busy chasing the sun with the wanted. Going to the airport, going to the radio station, going here, going there, going here. A genius. I don't regret it, but yeah. Anyways, trauma. I did A-levels for 1 year and dropped out of school. I think I turned 18. And I was like, oh God, I'm 18 now. All my friends were going to university and I didn't have any qualifications to get into university at that time. But I was like, okay, I'm gonna have to go to college. But now I'm gonna work and I'm gonna, you know, make money. I don't need any more school, but I wanted to go to university. I saw all my friends going, and me dropping out, it was just like such a horrible thing. But I was seeing the one, and then they broke up anyway, so I was just like, okay, cool. Let me take my hair out because I just want a bit more hair around me. I left the sixth form and I was not in education for like a year. I wasn't even working, so I don't know what I was doing, honestly. Still going to see them, kind of, still going to the airport, still running around London like a headless chicken. I was going to apply for this really good college, sixth form college called Barnet and Southgate College. The art course they were offering, it was like 2 years. They were like, yeah, there's going to be a trip to New York, blah, 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 blah. And I was like, okay, cool. But I was already a year behind my friends. The 2-year course, I didn't want to be 2 years, 3 years behind my friends. For science GCSEs, I got like a D and an E in science because I did 2 science GCSEs. They said, yeah, you don't have enough GCSEs. I had English, maths, Spanish, religious education, art. Let's stop there. And I was like, oh my God, they're not going to accept me. And my cousin called me and was like, oh, I just enrolled into college. And her one was City in Islington, the Business and Arts Centre. And she was like, come down. And I looked how to get there and it was just one bus. So I took the bus all the way down to Islington from Barnet. And I enrolled. The last day of enrollment, I enrolled. I looked online and it said that education is free if you're 18 at the start of your course. And I was going to turn 19 in October. So if I enrolled in September at the age of 18, it was fine, you know, which I couldn't be more grateful for. I knew a lot of friends that were retaking their maths GCSE because they got like a D, and you need at least a C or something. And I had my, you know, my B's and C's, so I was like, okay, I'm not paying to do it when I could have just listened in school in the first place. No, that's not funny. But then I met Darren and he said, yeah, it's a 1-year course. You'll be level 4. You'll be level 4 straight for university. And I was like, yeah, sounds good. You need to just take these 10 pieces of paper and just do some drawings for me and bring them back in 2 days. And then I'll decide if you can join the course. I remember it so well. I had so many sketchbooks from school. I had so many. And I went back to the school to get my sketchbooks, you know. Oh no, we don't have them, I'm so sorry. Doing GCSE art for 2 years, we had this big cupboard full of sketchbooks from people from 5 years ago. So I was just wondering, where's my work? I only left last year. Where are my sketchbooks? I'll never forget that. Me and my friend went and she came with me and I kind of lost it a bit in the school and I feel bad, but like my sketchbooks, I'd left the school in a year and my work was just incinerated. But there's a big cupboard of sketchbooks. I was like, okay, I want to go to the cupboard and look. And they were just like, you can go look, they're not there. Like, I think it was also because my art teacher was mad because I used to go to the airport instead of being at school. Like she liked me, she knew I had potential and she knew I had talent, but I would slack off. I'm not gonna lie, but don't throw away my books. So that's why I went to the college and I said, I don't have any of my schedule. And he gave me the paper and said, dude, here's 10 pieces of paper, just do some drawings and then I'll decide. So when I got home, I was just giving a bit of everything. I want to do some portraits, I want to do some different textures. I've got pictures of it on my phone. Just like one picture or something. It's a very long time ago, child. Fruit, food, men, women. I didn't really do any landscapes. And whatever drawings I had lying around my house, I was like, page number 6, page number 7. I went back to him and he was like, he didn't even take long to look at it, which made me feel good. He just looked at it and was like, okay, still got it. But he specialised in sculpture. He was like, what do you know about contemporary art? In secondary school, we just learned how to paint and how to draw. We weren't taught about contemporary or even abstract. My teacher said to be a good abstract artist, you need to know how to draw. Like, she would have a desk full of loads of random items, kind of like how my desk looks now, a mess. Skulls and bottles and fruits and bottles of gin, and we would just be there drawing it. So I didn't know anything about contemporary art. So when he asked me, okay, so what can you tell me about contemporary art? He's a sculptor, by the way, I'm a painter. I was like, Van Gogh? Bruh. He just looked at me like, I was like, but then when I got into college, I learned about contemporary art, Marcel Duchamp. I don't think I did like one painting in college. He was like, okay, so you need to find a poem and make a sculpture out of the poem, like based on your emotions. And I remember I did Still I Rise by Maya Angelou, you know, keeping it real. And I did some like flower, wooden cardboard thing. Oh my God, he made us make our own sewing machine. I'm still so confused. That year, it taught me a lot though. I didn't know anything about contemporary art, nothing. I never even knew about installation art. I had so much fun actually at college. My brain, I could use different methods. We did printing, we did, you know, he didn't touch paint. We did print work, sculpture. It's so long ago, I can't really remember everything, but it was a good year. It was a year that I could just let loose, not have to paint everything, and just learn more about contemporary art. Art as a function, not as a kind of purpose. I can't really remember. And it was nice because my cousin was going to that college. My days were Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Her days were Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So we would only see each other on the Wednesday. We would just chill. There was one person I met at that college who I still keep in touch with to this day. Her name was Vivian. She was such a nice girl and she helped me get into university, like, I'm not gonna lie. One day we had to partner up and draw each other, just talk about ourselves and our art. I love Vivian's art. She does like nice animations, really psychedelic vibes, like really beautiful, intricate drawings. Now, the meat and the potatoes, university. So I went to London Metropolitan University. Me and Vivian, Vivian had already applied, because I applied for loads of different things like goldsmiths, but they wanted like an online portfolio, and all I had was all this abstract stuff in my sketchbook for the past year. And I was just like, oh, I'm not a confident person. Right now I am having 12 anxiety attacks in the back of my head, but we just lived, you know what I mean? London Met. I didn't have to send an online portfolio. They just wanted me to bring the portfolio and have an interview with one of the tutors, which I did end up eventually doing. So I went to this John Cass building in Aldgate. Uni was an experience. I don't regret it. If I advise someone if you should go to university to study art, my answer changes, it depends on the day. You do get to meet a bunch of people who have like-minded interests. If you want to become like a lawyer, you need to go to university. If you want to become a doctor, you need to go to university. If you want to do art, music, it's really dependent on a lot of things, you know, a lot. Have maybe gone to a different university, I'm not sure. But everything happens for a reason, so I can't really speculate on all of that. I met some incredible people, honestly, some really incredible people. Some people that my Mona Lisa painting I did at university in my second year, and I was focusing more on beauty standards and where I, as a black woman, what my beauty standards are, what I see every day in the media, on Instagram or in music or in movies, or you know, just based on who I am as a person. Art has such a long history of beauty. It's almost synonymous. So that was really my conversation with art. I've never really been an abstract person, a conceptual person. I just like looking at pretty things. So when you're explaining your work to somebody and they ask questions, it's nice to be in that environment where you're bouncing ideas off of each other every day, showcasing your work every day. I would recommend that you go for that kind of social aspect. Everything's kind of online now anyway, so it really depends on who you are as a person, you know? But if you're not someone that likes to be around people, then do things online. So you have an online presence, but you don't have to explain yourself to a bunch of other people. Most creatives are very sensitive about their work. I know I am. We would have talks in the morning or lectures or something, but I used to not be able to leave my house without makeup on. Like, it was really bad. You know, university started at 10 a.m. I'd get there at 3 p.m. and then I'd sit there from 3 till like 8 p.m. and paint, because I'm just there to paint. I'm not there to be sociable or anything. I'm there to just work. I really just didn't include myself. I don't regret anything. You can't live life with regrets. So if you wanted to know, would I recommend you go to university? I would. I personally would. For art, for law, for anything, but I'm speaking solely on art. I would go to university for art. It's so nice. There were people that were in their 40s at university in my same class. I was more closer to them than the people my age. I was just so fascinated to see that people were still following their art journeys. Some people had multiple degrees and they were just coming back to top up or something, but it was really nice. Some people were just starting out now because they've always wanted to. I would recommend that you meet a bunch of really nice people who you can bounce ideas off of each other, because doing art as a hobby is all good, but if you want to learn more about the history of art, artists, contemporary, both contemporary and like classic, you're just in that space to really feed your soul. You know, there's different like lesson curriculums where, especially in my uni, which I did like about the tutors, they would talk about both modern art and contemporary art together in one lecture. I would recommend it for anybody. If you think online is the way forward, which it is, then just save your money. Save your money, save your coins. People make a lot of success from art without going to university. Knowing what I know now, would I have gone? No. But would I recommend it to someone that wants to live the university experience, also be creative? Yeah. I'm not going to do my masters because I don't feel like I need to. I used to be like, yeah, I'm going to do my masters and I'm going to get my teaching degree, and then yeah, I still want to get my teaching degree, but at this point I want to try and pursue art. So that was my video on my education throughout art, what I learned. Would I recommend going to university for art? I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it gave you some context, some helpful information, if any, and I shall see you guys soon in another video. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you soon. I'm gonna go vape.